Yo, what is going on, gamers? It is your boy Chris here, aka Chris That Gamer. Since we've been having ton of patches for Black Ops 3, the game is starting to change. More people are becoming better at the game, and I know that each and every one of you guys want to be better than the players that you are playing against on the Awakening DLC. So today, guys, I'm going to be giving you the 5 best tips on how to become a better player in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. So my first tip has to be movement. You got to get your movement down just because of the fact that G sliding is now out of the game. It is super important that your movement is very good. Now, it's hard to get your movement down in this game because there really isn't that much movement. A lot of this game is just you running around on your feet, but sometimes you do jump around, you use that thrust to your advantage, and you do also use the power slide. If I was you guys, I would definitely go into free run. I would definitely just try to make sure that your movement is very, very good. You can obviously still G slide as of right now. It is just super hard. And if you guys wanted my personal opinion, there's no way that somebody's going to be able to basically get this down like we were able to before in the past with the G slide, just because of the fact the G slide before was super easier to do. Now it's super hard. You're definitely going to get lucky sometimes if you even do it like twice in a row. So definitely your movement is everything. Know when to power slide, know when to actually use your thrust towards your advantage. That's something that I'm starting to get used to now because I'm so used to being able to G slide out of a gunfight, G slide across the map very quickly to get to where my opponents usually are very fast at the start of the game. And now I know that, hey, I can only, hit a couple thrusts and then power slide, and I'm gonna be there very slow. So I gotta get ready for this gunfight. So definitely movement is a huge tip. The second tip is look at your mini map. I use this in public matches so much, and obviously in competitive matches as well, but I feel that people do not look at your mini map. Guys, if you stare at your mini map, it's literally a hack. That thing lets you know where the enemies are, where your teammates are, and it just lets you know what's open on the map. If you're playing competitive matches, it lets you know where the enemy can be coming from, and it's the same thing in pubs. You know, wherever your teammates aren't looking at, there's possibly an enemy behind you, there's possibly an enemy to your side, or whatever. Your mini map is literally your best friend, and people need to honestly start looking at it. And the next tip that I have for you guys is your accuracy. Black Ops 3 is pretty much different now just because of the fact that sniping is super hard. I've been trying to really practice my sniping shot because now there's no auto aim in sniping, so you really see who's really good with the sniper just because of the fact that they can adapt to this new sniping playing field. That is something that is super interesting, and I'm not even gonna lie, I used to be good at sniping in previous Call of Duties, and in this game I'm not so well. That is because my sniper shot is terrible, but because of this, I make sure that my AR shot, my sub shot is just mind-blowing. I make sure whatever gun I'm using that it's always a great shot when I do play, and I really don't mess with my sensitivity. You need to make sure that you have a sensitivity that you are comfortable with. I do not try to change my sensitivity to play like how different professional players play. If they play on a 6, then they play on a 6. I keep my sensitivity as the default 4-4 just because of the fact that works for me. In my personal opinion, I do think 4-4 is a tiny bit slow, but if I do try to bump mine up to 5, what's going to happen is your close range gunfights are going to be amazing. You're going to be able to turn on people easily just because of the fact that you can now turn very quickly rather than if you were on 4. Since the issue with 5 now is because when you get in the long range gunfights, it's going to be super hard to win those gunfights because now your 5 sensitivity is going to make your long range shot very shaky. So usually what I do since I'm on a 4 sensitivity is I use my movement to my advantage. When I'm getting shot in the back, I try to hit a power slide, or if it was before the patch, I would try to hit a G slide. So now I'm really using my movement to my advantage. I hit the thrust button, I start thrusting a lot, and I try to get away from my opponent as fast as possible, or in this game I try to get over his head, because now if you do get over your opponent's head, it's super hard to kill him in this game if like you jump over somebody's head, rather than if it was an advanced warfare you could just jump with them. It's super hard in this game to try to kill somebody like that, and you can hardly see like above your head. So that is a tip. Make sure that your accuracy is on. If you feel comfortable with your shot, definitely practice your shot a lot. And then for the 4th tip I have for you guys is adjust your playstyle. A lot of people play the same playstyle over and over again. For me, I love playing the submachine gun in this game. Subs are just amazing in my opinion, and I haven't really gone for that many AR nuclears, and that's because every time I try try to, I'm always playing the AR like it is a submachine gun. Now I only do that in pubs. Now when I'm playing competitive matches, things of that nature, you got to know your place. If you're an AR player, you're not always pushing up unless you just feel that you got that shot, and even then you're taking a risk. You really have to know your place. You have to know that you're supposed to be holding the lane. You only push up when the kills have actually gone down, 3 dead, 4 dead, and that's when you push up, and then hey, you're now in a better position and you start to hold that lane. So basically just adjust your play style, know when to change it up. And the last tip that I have for you guys is know the spawns in this game are very important, even if you're playing pubs or competitive matches. If you're not playing domination and you're playing something like kill confirm, or you're playing something like TDM, you need to know the spawns. When I'm playing COD all the time and I kill a wave of enemies, or me and my team, we kill a wave of enemies, I know exactly where they're going to spawn just because I've been playing Call of Duty for so long. The spawns really are the same. If you have multiple people pushing in one area, it's usually going to spawn them out on the side, or they're going to spawn out all the way. So you just really do need to know the spawns, and that comes in with playing the game a lot, practicing, and you'll eventually get the hang on to things. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video on my 5 tips on how to become a better player in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I hope that these tips helped, and if they really did, let me know down below in the comment section. I very much appreciate it, and subscribe if you're new for more Call of Duty content, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.